What's going on, Capricorn? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the rest of April 2024. So in this reading, Capricorn, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the rest of April. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming, and we're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you and so much more regarding April 2024. So you are very welcome here in this space with me as always, and I am just going to pull the energy and we'll see what is coming your way. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this active divination for the sign of Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and get into this reading. The first thing standing out to me is like, be careful what you wish for because you might just get it. I feel for many of you, there's been something that you've been dreaming into existence, or there's been a goal that you've been focused on perhaps your whole life or for quite an extended period of time that's actually going to come to fruition here in April 2024. But there's something, it's going to make you very happy, but it's also something that might be a little bit of a letdown. Like the frequency that I'm getting for some of you is like, you might think that you'd be happier when you reach the end goal, but true happiness is the climb up the mountain. Once you reach the top of the mountain, it's like, where do we go from here? And that's why people who are like movie stars or like the most famous people can be depressed, because there's no other goal to reach. There's no other mountain to climb. And I don't get the feeling that you've accomplished all of your goals at all, but I feel like there's something in your life that was part of your destiny to reach a certain point. You may have poured a lot of hope and wishes, and like you may have, for some of you, you may have realigned your belief systems to get you into this position that you are in right now. But it's almost like there's a little bit of a letdown for some of you that this could be happening. But overall, it's a very abundant month for you. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. Before we get into the tarot, we're going to start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards. And these oracle cards are the theme, the overall general frequency theme that you're going to be experiencing in April. And the first one is the South Node of the moon, which has to do with karma and your past and past life things as well. You also have Jupiter, which is ideals, magnitude, growth, expansion, belief systems, abundance. And then you also have Pisces, which is the dreamer, the spiritual energy here. So with Jupiter and Pisces here, this is all about spirituality and the higher mind as well here. So there's definitely and even with the South Node here, is very spiritual in nature as well. So it could feel like there's a little bit of a haze going on in your reality of it's a very spiritual time where a lot of your belief systems are finally going to be made manifest before your eyes here. There's going to be a lot of accomplishments coming in for you here. However, there could also be something that's a little bit stale now, or like there's a new goal that you need to kind of go after here, because when we talk about like Jupiter conjunct the South Node, if we were talking about someone who had Jupiter conjunct the South Node in their birth chart, that's kind of like old money. You could have had a past life where you were extremely wealthy or rich, or even a spiritual teacher or something like that. You know, Jupiter is very fortunate energy. Jupiter took the overworld. You know, Neptune took the spiritual world, the oceans, and Pluto took the underworld, the three brothers. And so I feel like there's something going on here in the overworld and your physical reality that is very nice here. I feel like it's something that you dreamed into reality here. It's going to make you feel very happy and very accomplished, but there also is going to be a little bit of a letdown, and there's going to have to be like a readjustment to go after something new, or else you run the risk of something kind of like entering into decay or like stale energy, like not really a flow happening here. But overall, you know, there could really be something here that's on a subconscious level happening around you, you know, because the South Node in Pisces, this is very subconscious energy, and Jupiter brings it up into the overworld, into the physical world, you know. And so this could also have to do with increased abundance when it comes to past life relationships for some of you that are very spiritual in nature. But some of you here, you know, it's definitely like a very mystical, spiritual time. But with Pisces energy, you know, they're getting downloads all day, but they're not necessarily able to express it, you know, in a clear, concise, logical manner. So I feel like in the background of whatever's going on physically in your reality, there's going to be a lot of like realizations that you're having that might be hard for you to integrate into your belief system. Or for others of you, if you are very spiritual and on the leading edge of thought, then it could feel like your spiritual aspirations are materializing in opportunities to make money, opportunities in the physical world that are very good here. I feel like it's overall going to be a very good month for you, but there's definitely a readjustment that needs to be made. So your opportunity this month is the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is the king of the earth realm. So this is very much so Capricorn energy, great business acumen, wealth here. So there could be an opportunity to increase your abundance or to do something with business here. You know, like I said, the South Node of the Moon conjunct Jupiter would indicate someone who had a very fortunate past life. And for some of you, it's like you've been searching for a goal, or you've been trying to accomplish something. Like everything in your past that's led up to you watching this reading has been like you've been focused on something that I feel like it's time for you to cash in on it. You know, it's almost like this is kind of like an apex moment of clarity, and like your ambition is actually going to be materialized in the physical world in a good way, like accomplishments, money, good earthy experiences, things like that. Barry, relax, Barry. Barry's a Capricorn. Barry, I'm doing a reading. Can you relax? Thank you. Okay. And so your challenge is the Two of Wands here. And so the Two of Wands has to do with a choice, or it has to do with a fork in the road. You have a risky option in front of you, and you have a safer option behind you. It's kind of like the North and South Node frequency, a new goal versus your old goals that you've already, or something that you can easily accomplish here. Some of you may have gone after something that was in alignment with your soul and was like part of your destiny to accomplish, but you weren't meant to stay there. And some of you could be pushing it too far, you know what I mean, in some sort of way here. And so there needs to be a choice to take a risk in a new direction, could be your challenge. And like Jupiter, you know, amplifies anything that it touches. And it's right next to the old karma of the South Node and Pisces, the spiritual energy. So there's definitely going to be an amplification of spiritual relationships in your life at this time, or things that you know, have been working towards on a spiritual level in this life that you've been working on for a long time in your past that's now all coming to fruition. It's a really good month, but there might just be a letdown. Your overall general energy is the Nine of Cups, the Sun, and the Five of Cups. So this is a very, you know, this is a energy of happiness and synchronicity and emotional satisfaction on your own. The Sun has to do with clarity and happiness as well. So I see you actually being very happy here. But then you have the Five of Cups, which is like deep sadness and emotional pain, and perhaps like emotional change. The number 5 has to do with change. The suit of Cups has to do with emotions. So there could be a real change to your emotions here when it comes towards like the end of April, is what I feel. And it could be that you've already somehow reached the mountaintop of what you were going for in some sort of way. And it's like, you think that, like, there's a spiritual quote that it's like people think that the easiest way to be miserable is to not get what you want. Like, oh, I didn't get what I want, so I'm unhappy. But what happens when you do get what you want? Exactly what you want, exactly what you've worked towards, and you get it, and then you're still unhappy. That is like a different type of low moment. And so whether it's a small accomplishment or a big accomplishment, there's something that you can kind of like check off the list at this point. And it might be something that you don't know how to deal with, or you don't know how to cope with this being like something that's done, or something that's not going to bring any more growth to you. You know, Jupiter conjunct the South Node is like, there's a lot of expansion, growth, riches, abundance, but it's not something that's going to make your soul feel happy, even if you thought it would. With Pisces, maybe you dreamed this into reality and you needed to go through it, is what I kind of feel here. And then in what you don't see coming, there's definitely something about a new beginning opening up for you in the physical world, and you questioning, how am I going to do this? In what you don't see coming, you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning in the physical world. You have the Page of Swords, which is questioning something, getting more information. And then you have the Six of Pentacles, which is all about balance, giving and receiving in the physical world, in what you don't see coming. So there's definitely, like with the King of Pentacles in your opportunity, and then this in what you don't see coming, there's definitely a new path opening up for you. Could be a new business project, or it could be a new thing that you put all your physical energy into. The Six of Pentacles has to do with giving and receiving here. And with the South Node, Jupiter and Pisces here, I do feel like there's a lot of good karma coming your way. There's a lot of good karma coming your way in terms of like what you've put out there into the universe, hard work catching up to you and blessing you here. But there could also be something about a gift that there could be someone who wants to work with you in a business partnership, and this is like something that is good karma for you in some sort of way. And it could seem very practical as well, but there's a lot of like spiritual energy behind it. Like, it could be something where you enter into a new business deal, a new job, and like everyone is just saying the earthy practical things, but deep down you know there's like a soul connection or something like that. So there could be, and that's why like Pisces is here. It's not necessarily like and it's interesting that the Sun is right next to the Five of Cups in your overall general energy. Like there could be something about something in the conscious world, like with the light of the Sun, is not addressing something emotional or spiritual. You know, the cups has to do with spiritual energy as well. Like something spiritual is going on behind the scenes. But for many of you, this has to do with like, be careful what you wish for, because you might just get it. And I feel like a lot of you got it, even if it's something small or big, depending on your life situation. But I feel like there's something else out there for you now, because it's almost like you're trying to rest on an accomplishment, or you want to build, you know, in your advice, you have the Seven of Pentacles and you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups has to do with sorting through illusion and making a difficult choice that's emotional in nature. The Seven of Pentacles has to do with, you know, you receiving the fruits of your labor. It's good karma. It's you taking stock of your life here and what you've already accomplished. The seeds that you have already planted are now coming to fruition. But once again, the seeds that you have planted are coming to fruition, and it is going to bless you in the physical world. But I see there being like an initial emotional high as a result of that, and then there being also an emotional letdown as a result of you cashing in on good karma. Maybe you were building up towards something and you thought it was going to feel better than it actually did. Like, I remember when I was like really wanting like 100,000, I thought that when I would reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, like I really thought that like I would just be like eternally happy. And there is something to be said for that. You know, there's a book called The Winner Effect, that if you have a certain accomplishment, you're going to live longer. You know, you're going to have positive self-esteem. So I feel like whatever you did accomplish, or whatever you've been dreaming of, whatever good karma is coming to you, it's something that's going to like be an asset to your life and to your health and to whatever else you want to do going forward. But it's not, it's like the icing on the cake. It's not like the actual batter of the, it's not the inside of the cake, it's like the outside of the cake. So I feel like you're celebrating something that could be like surface level in nature, and there's something deeper that your soul still needs to go after. You also have the 8 of Wands in reverse in your advice, which has to do with, you know, speed at a level, and open communication at a level that may be disturbing to you, or it may be something that's difficult to keep up with here. You know, I really do feel like your life is changing at a pretty rapid rate in April 2024. But it's almost like, once again, like the feeling like you thought something would make you happier than it actually does, or something like that, you know. And I feel like there's something deeper that you're going to have to be moving towards now, instead of thinking that you accomplishing all your goals or accomplishing certain relationship goals would make you so happy. You know, like there's more to work to be done here, you know. So let's go ahead and start clarifying this reading for you to get more information about it. I actually want to clarify the South Node. I usually don't clarify these, but I feel called to clarify. Why is that your theme? Why is the South Node of old karma your theme in April? You have the Chariot in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, and the 9 of Swords in reverse here. There could be something that you've been moving towards. You know, you've been divinely protected to move towards, or you've been moving towards your past life. You've been moving towards your karma, your old karma here. The Hermit, the King of Wands, and the 9 of Swords here. There could be something that you know, like a past life skill that you've really milked to its full capacity, that you were divinely protected to move towards, but now it's starting to impede on your authenticity or your own peace here. You know, like I almost feel like there's something like the Jupiter has to do with the overworld, the conscious world, the physical world, and the Sun has to do with that as well. It's things that are conscious. And I feel like there's something that you thought would like consciously satisfy you that isn't anymore. So take it as it resonates here. Let's clarify why the Sun is here in your overall general energy. Queen of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, Eight of Swords. Interesting. I mean, there's definitely a conflict about something in the physical world. It's interesting that it was initially clarified by the Queen of Swords, the Sun. So like you're happy about your physical life. You're happy about a physical goal that you've accomplished. But then it very quickly traps you, or it very quickly blocks you from what else you need to do in some sort of way here. The 2 of Swords has to do with denial, or someone who does not want to look at something. It's a frequency of saying no, and it's a frequency that has to do with a conflict of the mind. The 8 of Swords is having to do with stuckness as well. So I feel like there could be a new relationship or something new in the physical world that is going to like somehow be related to your old karma. Or it could be you get a lot of money and then you really quickly realize that it traps you. Like there could be a new possession coming in for you. There could be a pay raise coming in for you that then gives you higher responsibilities that then traps you. Like you could purchase a car and, like there's a lot of good money opportunities here, but I feel like the deeper question is it really going to make you happy? Or like some sort of physical accomplishment that then, I don't know, like there's something about like a bittersweet energy here. Let's clarify what the Five of Cups is here. Like, it could be a new purchase that like quickly wears off. Like something that you've been working towards your whole life. You thought you were going to have like an everlasting happiness, but then life goes on and you're not as happy as you thought it would make you. And yeah. The Five of Cups is clarified by the Fool, which is about a new beginning. The Knight of Pentacles, which is about something that's like slow moving, hard work energy, and the Sun, which is to do with happiness as well. So I could definitely see how, maybe you were slowly building towards a goal or like improving yourself in order to get something in the outside world, because the Sun once again has to do with the outside world. Jupiter once again has to do with the outside overworld. And then the Fool is about a new spiritual beginning and a like spiritual innocence here. So, once again, there's definitely like this clear letdown, or like there's this clear thing about, you also have the Five of Swords, which is to do with like self-sabotage, or, someone who is very like destructive and like competitive in a nasty way. So there could have been things that you've done to get to this point that you realize maybe, yeah, like there's this real check here with the outside world and how maybe it's not making you as happy as you thought. Let's clarify why the Seven of Cups is in your advice. Page of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles here. So yeah, I feel like there's definitely something about, you have the Ace of Pentacles twice now, which is about a new physical beginning, a new job opportunity, new collaboration, new work, something new to do in the physical world. The Page of Wands is a very fun, loving, enthusiastic, youthful energy, and it's clarifying the Seven of Cups here. I feel like you need to be really careful about what you decide to do next as a result of this letdown here. Like some of you could have like poured a lot into something, and then like just for you to get it and be like, damn, like that's really it, huh? Is what I feel here. All right, let's also, let's clarify why the Ace of Pentacles is in what you don't see coming. Wheel of Fortune. Talk about moving away from the South Node. Seven of Swords. Two of Wands, Six of Swords, Four of Pentacles here. There could be like there's definitely something to do with like a major opportunity in the physical world coming in for you and what you don't see coming that may have strings attached to it. The Seven of Swords has to do with scheming, subversive things going on behind the scenes here. The Seven of Swords also has to do with someone stealing swords so that they cannot be used against them in what you don't see coming. So there could be something here, like an opportunity for you to, like people can't take anything from you that you don't give them. People can't take anything from you that you don't give them. And I feel like it's like something that you've worked towards, or a spiritual ideal that you've had that has like been slowly materializing in your life. Maybe your life is taking a turn now, or like things that you thought would satisfy you and your ego is attached to, or it's something that you're gonna have to maybe like step away from, but it may be something that you feel will damage your reputation for some of you, or you feel like, I worked so hard for this, like, why is this happening now? Like, this isn't going according to like what I thought. And that's why it's like Jupiter and Pisces, like there's and the South Node, like there's a lot of spiritual changes coming into your life, amplification of spiritual energy. Let's clarify why the King of Pentacles is in your opportunity. King of Pentacles in your opportunity is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Swords here. So this is definitely about hard work, productivity, and establishing boundaries and logic here and coming to a decision here. It's about using your intelligence in order to be productive, and you have the King of Pentacles here as your opportunity as well. So there could be a new relationship coming in for you that's faded in terms of business partnership. It could be something that you've worked a long time to get to this point in order to manifest this opportunity, is what I feel. I don't know, I just feel like a mixed emotions from this reading. Like you have the Sun right next to the Five of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So I feel like you're happy, but you're not happy. Or, once again, you know, sometimes Capricorn can be, you know, basing happiness on the result of external goals or a certain amount of money that you make. Not all of you, but I feel like maybe there's maybe doing something that's less outcome oriented and more like doing something for its own sake. Like, let's I don't know. Let's clarify why the Eight of Wands is in reverse. The Eight of Wands in reverse in your advice is clarified by the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles here. Yeah, so there's definitely something happening very fast, like a new opportunity coming into your life. It may end, it's definitely going to end a certain phase of your life. The Ten of Swords has to do with a major ending, but it's like completely done now. And this is the advice from Spirit, by the way. The Nine of Pentacles has to do with independence, financial independence. This person can come and go as they please. The Page of Pentacles is doing the dirty work and like being a hard worker, but like in a youthful, humble, very humble, hardworking way. So, I can think of a lot of different things for different Capricorns here. Some of you, your apprenticeship phase is coming to an end, and it's time for you to step it up and become a leader. But I feel like this is going to be a very like spiritual, trippy month for you. And it might have a lot of mixed emotions, honestly. Like, if Spirit just had like if Spirit had advice, like what frequency does Capricorn need to be in order to navigate this month successfully, what frequency would that be? And you have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups doesn't really care about money. They're kind of like very idealistic, and it's funny that you would have Jupiter and Pisces. Page of Cups is very gullible energy. It's very youthful, and it's kind of like a dandy energy. They're a mystery unto themselves. And I feel like a lot of you reaching this mountaintop and it not satisfying, like whatever you have manifested, it's coming from a place where you're going to have to now enter into a youthful, open, like an open-minded energy here. And maybe translating that into a new business idea or something that would satisfy you more for its own sake, instead of doing something just for an outcome in in the world. But I don't want it to be all gloomy. Like what I would like, the first thing that I sense from this reading is like you're gonna get exactly what you wanted. You know, like everything that you've been working for is gonna come to fruition for you here in April in some sort of way, but it's not going to be as permanent of satisfaction as you thought. That's what I got for you. So with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I appreciate you.